Hello and welcome to the 49th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic Sweet 16 matchup between the Palatine Pirates and the Riverside Brookfield Bulldogs. Both teams coming off a win yesterday to start their tournament. Tip one here by Palatine. They'll start out with the ball early. Palatine now driving it. Connor May kicking this one back out. Driving on Sisic. And that's going to be a travel. Could not keep the footing. Was totally Bagliana.
You cannot be doing that, sir. Belagagnani. Call him travel.
Ball in the corner. Now over to Makai Austin. Stephen Brown. Austin's going to pull up from deep. Knocks it down.
Woo. Slick jumper there.
Quick 3 points here for the Bulldogs. Carter Monroe for Palatine. Driving in. Floater. That one is good for Belagagnani.
Belagagnani. Looks like the main ball handler in the paint for the Palatine Pirates.
Stephen Brown pushing left. He's going to jump stop. Back out to Austin. Austin to the corner. 3-point attempt. That one's nothing but nylon for number 5, Cam Mercer.
Wow. Very, very, very nice shot.
Here's May. May driving to his right, trying to kick it back out. He does.
Driving.
Dribble drive attempt. Floater, no good, but
Belagagnani.
right there, Belagagnani. Ready for that rebound.
Big time dog in the paint. Austin showing off the handles, pickpocketed, but he gets it back.
Austin pushing it up. Stephen Brown with it. Into the corner. Stephen Brown. Gets it down low to Sisic. Sisic, 7-footer, goes up with it. It's short. Rebound by Danny Loftus. He gets blocked. Monroe now for Palatine.
Pushing it.
Here's a swing over to Connor May.
Palatine got some good ball movement going right now. See if it translates into points.
May down low in the paint, right over Stephen Brown.
Palatine loves this post.
Here's a dribble drive. Austin trying to pass it in, but no, they get him for the traveling violation. I think Austin might have thought there was a little bit of contact, looking for a foul call, but instead it's a travel, and now it's Palatine basketball.
He's in for a great game already. It's tied up. The big man handling the ball.
Connor May pushing the break.
All conference last year. All tournament last year. Belagagnani pulls it. And
no
now
good.
Belagagnani for the rebound. Puts it back up.
No good, but Sisic is going to pick up the defensive board, and now Stephen Brown is trying to push it for the Bulldogs. Reach from behind. It's on the floor. Dick is on the floor trying to grab that ball. It's going to be a jump ball. As Riverside, Brookfield, and Palatine were tangled up.
Darren Dick got a lot of energy on the floor right there. Austin now with the ball. Stephen Brown.
Brown kicks it to Austin. Austin trying to do something with it. Kicks it down low. Sisic goes up with it strong and gets past Connor May for the layup.
That's light work, little boy.
Darren Dick trying to work on Danny Loftus. Loftus clamping up. Dick able to get into the half court. Connor May.
I love looking at this Belagagnani Sisic matchup in the post.
And here's Dick for three. That's short.
We're not greedy, Dick.
Moving the corner. Oh, Stephen Brown almost slips. Able to regather himself. Now trying to push it up. Into the corner with Loftus. RB going to take it slow. Danny Loftus, 3-point from the corner. That's off the back iron. Rebounded by Tommy Elter.
Pushing it. Got Connor May in the corner.
Elter trying to get down low. Oh, great block there by Cam Mercer, stopping the big man. Austin pushing in. Oh, that's going to be a blocking foul on Darren Dick. Try to get the feet set, just was not ready for it.
Yeah, I thought that was a charge. Darren Dick thought it was a charge too. That'll be his first foul. That'll be the first foul of the game. Austin pulls.
Once again, long, rebounded by Connor May. The Pirates looking to tie this ball game back up at 8 apiece. May gonna drive on Brown. Athletic finish, oh, blocked by the point guard. No good on the second attempt.
Sisich, board after board.
That's something we did not see him do yesterday. He was lackluster on the boards in the first half with only 2.
He's already got 3, I believe.
Stephen Brown to the corner to Austin.
Trying to get it to him in the post. Connor May playing great defense.
Brown fakes the deep 3, pull up from the free throw line. That one's long, rebounded by Elter.
There's a lot of back rim.
In the corner,
May.
Connor May pulls up from deep and he knocks it down. Nothing but nets. Connor May already up to 5 points here in this first quarter.
Dang, that boy can shoot. He's 6'7", moving like that. It's crazy.
Stephen Brown gets it down low to Sisich. Sisich goes up and slams it. The big boy finished at the basket.
Yeah, Bellingham and May are going to have to work together to get Sisich away from the basket. Because if he gets it down low, it's an easy bucket every time.
Riverside Brookfield's bench getting into it here. Bellingham. Here's the dribble drive. Left hand finish, and the scoop is good for Carter Monroe.
That was sweet. See a lot of big kids on this court right now. Not going to see a lot of guard play inside, but
Brown with the right hand floater.
Brown.
Stephen Brown.
It's cold.
Very athletic guard. Score now 12-11 with 1:55 left to go in the first quarter as Tommy Elter has it over on the left wing. Guard tightly. Oh, gets by Mercer. Not a Dick in the corner. Valignani. Trying to make a move. Monroe pulls up. Oh, he gets fouled hard by Austin. He goes down. That's going to be 2 free throw attempts here for him from the charity stripe.
It's just a great play call. Bellingham and Sisich, they're going to be battling all day. So running that pick and roll, it's really going to be able to work if Sisich has to drop back. So Monroe's going to, or whoever else runs it, May, they're all just going to have an easy pull-up midi because Sisich can't go out.
Monroe, 1 for 1 at the free throw line. Going to tie up this game as we see our first substitution for the Pirates. Number 15, Casey May. A junior forward checking into the game.
Yep.
Here's Austin with 1:30. Danny Loftus driving baseline, trying to get it inside to Sisich. That one's going to be taken away by Connor May.
Yeah, you are not getting past Connor May today.
May driving.
Throws it up looking for a foul.
Out of control on that layup. Cost of a possession. Austin now getting double teamed. Tight defense by Monroe. Brown's gonna get into the corner to Mercer. Austin driving. Right-handed floater, rattles around the rim, but it does find the bottom of the bucket.
Wow. Fans getting into it.
Connor May getting physical out there on the offensive side, and the RB fans do not appreciate it, and there is a foul, but it's going to be on Stephen Brown on the floor.
It's been a big battle this whole possession, those two going at it.
That's a matchup definitely to watch. Brown, much shorter than Connor May, who stands at 6'7", and he stands at 6'2", so that 5-inch difference. But Brown is not afraid to get physical as there's another foul, this time an offensive foul.
Yep, once again, there's contact between those two. This time they're going to call it against Palatine. I'm going to bet that there's going to be a few fouls between those two in this game.
35 seconds left to go in the first. RB. Brown trying to make something happen. End of the quarter to Austin. Austin drives in, kicks back out.
Mercer wide open.
Mercer short. Fighting for the board, though. Still on the ground. Brown finally scoops it up. Goes up for the lob! Throw it down, Steven Sisich.
He's hype. We're hype. Fans are hype. 5 seconds left.
Monroe from deep. Oh, just short. Almost able to cash it in.
You can definitely see the effect of Balagnani on the bench. No one really able to guard Sisich besides him. Easy oop. Stephen Brown puts it in the perfect spot. I mean, it's great to watch. I can't lie.
Nothing more you could ask for. 16-12, a close battle here between the Palatine Pirates and the Riverside Brookfield Bulldogs. You've been watching the 49th Annual Jack Tosh Tournament Sweet 16 matchup here on your sports network.
And here we return from the end of the quarter. Palatine will be passing it in. Looks like they're going to have Connor May do the honors. Right into Darren Dick.
Taking a push left. Now over to Elter.
Wide open shot.
Here's May. Oh, that's a three-pointer for Casey May. First shot, first bucket, first points on that scoreboard, bringing it back within one.
Hey, stroke that thing, young thug. Stephen Brown calling for something.
Trying to set up the offense. Oh, trying to get it another alley-oop. Not as big as Sisich, though. Can't throw it down, just has to catch it. It's stuffed by Casey May. Back-to-back plays. Tommy Elter trying to push it. Gonna have to slow it up. Gets it over to Connor May. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Loftus. Loftus trying to split the middle, and he's fouled from behind. That foul's gonna be on 22, Tommy Elter.
Brookfield fans not loving what the refs are doing.
Although they did just get a foul call for them.
Don't really know what the heckling's about now.
See a little bit of sunlight peeking through the left door here in the gym. That's a first at the tournament. Love to see it though. With the winter time around, nothing better than a little sunshine.
Hey, you never know. Riverside Brookfield on that left edge. They're going for the mid range. Maybe the sun gets in their eyes. You never know in the gym.
For sure.
Not something you see often.
Mercer in the opposite corner, and he knocks it down. No sun there to distract him. He's going to knock down another three-pointer.
That gives Mercer 6 on the day. Right now, tied for the leading scorer for Riverside Brookfield.
Monroe. Over to Dick. Dick back over to Elter. Oh,
Casey
some
May.
contact. Casey May, drive, left hand. Can't get it to go. Jumping for it. Rebounded by Shelvin. Bullet pass, Eddie Loftus catches it and goes up with it in one motion and knocks down the layup.
Some great vision there on that pass. Jumping out early to a 6-point lead.
Monroe, Casey May to Darren Dick. Driving in, kicks it back out. 3-point attempt from Monroe. Monroe can't answer back. Rebound by Brown. Sitchich running the fast break. He's gonna go with a Euro step himself and a little bit of English on the glass. Big momentum swing here for Riverside Brookfield coming out gunning to start the second quarter.
Love that. Inside scoop layup. Beautiful. I personally thought 2-on-1. I thought he was going to throw that oop to Sisich, but keeps himself. Gets the easy scoop. Great to see. Well, it was just a 16-15 game. Riverside Brookfield has been running it recently, so now out to an 8-point lead. Let's see how they decide to keep it.
23-15 our score, 5:51 left to go in the second quarter. You've been watching the 49th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic Sweet 16 matchup here on your Sports Network.
They get inbound to Monroe.
Monroe straight out of the timeout. Guarded tightly by Cam Mercer. Ooh, looked like he went for the trip.
Elter now.
Elter, back door to Connor May. Oh, swatted by Sisich. But they're going to get him for a foul call.
A lot of Brookfield fans not happy right now. Don't like that call whatsoever.
Doesn't look like Coach Reingruber agrees with that call either. Having a quick chat with the referee.
So yeah, today, the games I've seen 2 texts given out to coaches. Yeah,
2.
Yeah, and 1 tech and a warning. We did see a warning as well. So I mean, coaches are really getting into the Jack Tosh tournament as per usual.
And May knocks on the second one, and we did see a technical foul last night given to a player.
Yeah, we did. That was I believe that was Taryn Pearson from Nazareth. We saw him get one earlier today.
Yes, things got
yesterday as well.
Yes, things have been heated in the Naz games. Very close battles.
Oh yeah.
Mercer trying to hit the step back. Gets it over to Shelvin. Shelvin driving in to Sisic. Sisic tries to goes up with it. Fouled by Balganyehi.
Balganyehi with his first foul of the game.
And Balganyehi, just a sophomore, standing at 6'4", 260. He's probably got another growth spurt still in there.
No, if he hits another growth spurt, he might take over high school basketball. I mean, 6'4", 260 is already big.
I can see him, after Sisic misses the first free throw, I can see him becoming what Agrantis Sicanis is to that Andrew team.
Yeah, we saw him go down early in the first game we saw today. Very tough to see, as it was a very close battle, but Andrew started falling short once he was injured, and you never want to see an injury at all.
Especially at the Tosh, you hate to see it.
Yeah, in this past one, we saw a star like Jack Wegas. He's been injured this whole Tosh.
He did get the boot off, though.
Yeah,
he did walk in today without the boot, so
that's
it's always great to see.
But it's not great to see him sitting out of the Tosh. It's always a fun way to watch. As you can see, a nice
scoop. Monroe.
Monroe with a nice scoop layup on the right.
Carter Monroe showing off right there, the 5'10" junior guard.
Yeah, with the height on this court, being 5'10" and scoring is very impressive.
Almost a great pass from Shelvin, but Sisic couldn't hold on to it, and there's going to be a foul on the ground again by Stephen Brown.
Once again, we see that contact between Connor May and Stephen Brown. This time they're going to get it against Brown. That's going to be his second.
Brown going to have to be careful. One of the main contributors on both sides of the ball for this Bulldogs team.
Yeah, we see him hit a couple shots early, and he's been the guy who's been playing defense on that star, Connor May. Now he's going to switch on to Monroe, get Mercer on May.
If I'm not mistaken, this Riverside Brookfield team likes to keep their rotation short. I believe they had 6 guys playing, as there's a great reverse layup there from Connor May.
Yeah, you're starting to see the hurt with Stephen Brown having to switch off. Riverside Brookfield going to try to capitalize.
Austin dishes it down low to Sisic. Sisic, little touch, can't get it to go, and the rebound by May. Fighting for it is Shelvin, but they're going to get tangled up, and it will be a foul on the Bulldogs.
That's going to be the third foul for the Bulldogs. Now with the new rule, 2 more, and they will be shooting 2 free throws, not a 1-and-1 anymore. So let's see if we can see that this quarter.
Speaking of which, Ryan, do you like that rule, or did you prefer the 7 and single bonus and then 10 and full bonus and a half? Which one did you prefer?
I think I definitely like this one better because we don't really see 10 fouls ever. I don't remember the last time I've seen 10 fouls in 1 quarter in a high school game, as it is only 8-minute quarters. So I really like this new rule that there's 2 minutes, along with the shot clock. I love that rule as well.
Shot clock is a great rule. All coaches we have talked to have just expressed how they felt about it, saying that they would love to see it come to just IHSA basketball as a whole, even in the regular season, not just in these winter tournaments like the Tosh.
Yeah, and as it is the first time it's been implemented, we have seen a few problems with it, a lot of teams forgetting about its existence. And we saw yesterday we had a problem with it where it turned off during the Glenbard West game.
As Elter, he has a reverse over Sisich.
Reverse spin off the backboard. That cuts the lead to 2.
Palatine comes storming back to bring it in with one possession, and there's a turnover. Trying to get the ball over to Cam Mercer, but Joseph Garvey did not make eye contact, and that pass went out of bounds.
Palatine fans are hype right now.
Timeout by Coach Rudiger. Riverside Brookfield's gonna have to talk this one over. 24-22, Palatine on a huge run right now. And Ryan, what have you seen differently from this Palatine offense that's led to this comeback?
I think really the first foul or the second foul Stephen Brown had against Connor May, where he had to make the switch. I think that really changed up the whole idea Riverside Brookfield had defensively. And I think they were able to find some things like that backdoor cut for Connor May, and some people had to switch off. So just, I think going in the film they were watching, they were having certain people look at certain ways to guard their players. Like Stephen Brown was going in to guard Connor May. So if you got to switch off, it's going to throw things around. I think that's why Palatine was able to come back, make this a 2-point game. I think Riverside Brookfield just has to limit the turnovers. We didn't really see many early, but now we are seeing them come into full fruition recently in these last 2 minutes.
Especially with these new additions to the lineup and some of their bench players. We saw Joseph Garvey come in and 1-play turnover, and we saw 2 turnovers by Sam Shelvin as well when he checked into the game.
Indeed.
3-ball, Casey May. Casey May can't knock that one down. Fighting for it, and it's going to be a foul on Tommy Elter as Cam Mercer and Elter were trying to fight for that loose ball.
It's a very physical game today. Thinks about every possession we see, maybe every other possession we see a foul at this point. Already 7 fouls in the quarter, still 3 minutes to go.
Austin now guarded by Monroe. Over to Garvey, into the corner to Mercer. Quick swing passes. Austin going up over the big man. That one falls short. Rebounded now by Belganyahi.
And I think what you were talking about, Sisich being very poor on the boards yesterday in the first half. We're seeing that a lot now. We saw 3 early rebounds, but we have not seen any since.
And Connor May, deep 3-pointer again.
For the lead, and that'll be off the shot clock.
Back iron, bouncing way high up. Hitting that shot clock.
I think Sisich really needs to get more physical on the boards if Riverside Brookfield wants to keep this lead.
Austin kicks it inside Loftus from the elbow. That time he can get the friendly roll as it bounces up off the back iron and goes in.
There's that shooter's bounce.
Here's May. To Casey, now to Dick. Back to Casey May, into the corner. 3, Monroe. Monroe short. There's a rebound by Sisich. Now Garvey pushing it. Does not have numbers, but finds Loftus down low. Trying to go up against Connor May. Short. Tipped back out by Sisich and saved by Mercer. Garvey now trying to reset the offense. Austin gets it inside. Sisich gets fouled by Connor May. Going after the ball, made contact with the arm.
Connor May is frustrated there. His second foul of the half. It's going to be tough. You really want him to stay out of foul trouble. That is your main stake on the scoring end. He's not deep into foul trouble yet, but he is getting there. Really want him to just stay calm, really.
Garvey has the ball up top. He's going to push it over to Loftus. Another great move. Down low to Sisich, guarded by May. Sisich goes up with it. Once again, he can't get it to go. Short on the front part of the rim. 130, Connor May driving in. This time he's got a little bit too strong to the left. Pass up to Loftus.
Oh.
Loftus hit from behind hard.
Monroe is not happy. That looked like he stripped that ball free. They're going to get a foul.
Definitely no body on it. It had to be on the hit that believed, because No body-to-body contact was made. Loftus went up for it, got hit in the front part, and got taken down hard.
It was very quick. I didn't see if he hit the wrist or the ball, but to me it appeared the ball. Ref saw something else. You can see 2 shots now.
Loftus, first one no good.
And there goes Loftus.
Loftus, the second one. No good as well. Rebounded by Balaganyehi. May has to fight for it over Austin. He's got it now. To Monroe on the wing. Monroe behind the back. Trying to get past Austin. Can't. He's going to have to dish this one. Swinging right. May going up for it. Swatted away. Picked back up in the and one for Connor May.
Connor May did not let that block phase him. He got his own rebound and put it right back up. That gives him 10 with the chance to push it to 11.
And Stefan Sisic does the best he can. He can't block it and rebound it in the same motion, but no one was there to box out Connor May after he got stuffed.
Yeah, just instead of putting your head down, keeps his eyes up, gets the rebound, puts it back up. Chance to cut this to a 1-point game.
And May's free throw.
Butter.
Pure as can be.
For the first time today, we see Jordan Mott come in the game.
1-on-1 left to go in the first half. Tight battle here. Danny Loftus. Back over to Makai Austin. Now to Sisic. Sisic trying to drive. Spin move. Goes up with it. Fouled.
Palatine fans are furious at that call.
Definitely some contact there. They're going to get Casey May on that one. And if you're Palatine, you got to be somewhat happy that the foul did not go on to Tony Balaganyehi.
Yeah, you're really going to need him deep into this game with a guy like Sisic. Probably, maybe besides May, the only guy who can even compete with Sisic down low.
Because Sisic isn't just tall, as he, once again, can't knock down the free throw. Stefan Sisic is also standing in at 235, so he has the height advantage over Balaganyehi by quite a bit, but that weight there that he can put in the paint gives him a chance. And Connor May much taller at 6'7", but 20 pounds lighter. So that is going to be really going to have to be a dominant 2-man position down there in the paint to stop Stefan Sisic.
Yeah, we saw early in the first quarter, we saw that duo, Connor May and Balaganyehi, trying to help each other.
Darren Dick now driving. Dick with the scoop on the left. Great finish at the basket. Goes down hard.
Ties the game up at 27.
Oh, and he pokes it from behind as well.
And they're going to give it to Riverside Brookfield.
They're going to keep it down there. 22.7 seconds left.
Shot clock is off.
Glad they finally figured out how to shut it off when it's under the 35 seconds. Yesterday we struggled with that a little bit.
It would get kind of annoying when it would go off.
I don't know if you were here, but last time it was the Riverside Brookfield game. The shot clock got up to 50 seconds somehow.
Yeah.
It just kept going up. And a jump ball. Austin not happy, showing much emotion on that. They do get to keep the ball, but it did seem like there was an awful lot of contact as he got smushed between 2 Pirate players.
Indeed. Both teams with 5 fouls, so 1 foul and someone goes to the line.
Shelvin driving and loses control of the ball. Ball on the floor. Monroe picks it up, but tries to get rid of it. And now Loftus goes up with an and one.
Loftus is height.
Danny Loftus over the big man.
2 straight times we saw that ball poke free. This time goes right to Loftus with an open lane. Gives a little contact to Balaganyehi and finishes at the rim.
And that's now his second foul. Only 12 seconds left in the half, but you do have to be careful once you come out of break. You can't pick up that third one early.
Absolutely. Balaganyehi and May both now with 2 fouls. Got to watch those 2.
Loftus to make it a 3-point game. He can't get it to go again. 0 for 3 from the line today. May now with 8 seconds. 5. He's pushing up. Going past Sitch's, driving, trying to get the shot up, and he's going to be fouled. That's the last thing you want from your Bulldogs team.
Absolutely. You see the Riverside Brookfield coach absolutely furious once again with the call.
Coach Reingruber not happy with it. I mean,
yeah, I mean that
doesn't look happy with the call or with his team for even having that be a decision with only 2 seconds.
That is Austin's third foul as well, so he's probably going to have to check out of this game for the first part of the third quarter.
First free throw won't go in for May. So Riverside Brookfield will keep the lead going to half, most likely.
Unless we see a little steal buzzer beater. You never know.
Or just a missed free throw, a little putback.
Could be. I mean, you got to beat Sisich though, so it's gonna be tough.
They'll get Nyahi. I think you can get around him, move him out the way, grab that board.
You could. Maybe a little off the front rim to May, puts it back up. Little De'Aaron Fox.
Nah, Monroe's gonna come in like Jordan and slam it home.
And he does hit the second.
So
and out comes May.
2 seconds left. Can't pick up that foul if you're May. They have to get this one in quickly.
2.3.
They roll it out to Garvey. He's got it. Trying to throw it up in the air, but it's tipped out. Great awareness there from number 5, Jordan Mock, to swat that ball out of bounds and just not have a chance at a shot.
Along with some great defense by Dick, they're able to keep it from even getting a shot off. We've seen quite a few buzzer beaters here at the Jack Tosh tournament.
I know I've seen 2 already today, both in the same game, first and second quarter of our second South Gym game this morning.
Was Wheaton North?
Yes, Wheaton North hit both of them.
Sorry, the announcers weren't great on the calls for those two, but they were some great shots. We also saw another buzzer beater that was not filmed, unluckily, from Michael Nee of the Glenmart Eastern Rams. I can't recall any others so far, but there have been some others. And we hope to see one today, definitely, with this close of a game.
Definitely could come down to that at the end of the fourth quarter if it needs to happen. 29-28, our score at the half. Riverside Brookfield in the lead by 1. We're going to step away here. 9:23 left until the start of the second half. You're watching the 49th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic Sweet 16 matchup here on York Sports Network. Back now from halftime. Palatine trying to get a quick bucket. Rebounded by Stefan Sisic.
Yeah, sorry we were late. We were watching the end of this Rolling Meadows St. Lawrence game, which is getting down to the wire right now. 30 seconds left, 1-point game.
And Stefan Sisic can't finish at the basket.
Great defense by Belagignani. Gonna get a foul here on Danny Loftus. So actually our most watched game so far, 380 people watching in the St. Lawrence Rolling Meadows game. As we're under 21 seconds in that game. We will give you some score updates if you want to stay tuned.
29-30, Palatine in the lead.
Open three. No
Can't
good.
get it to go. Dick fighting for it.
Belagignani
with the rebound.
Off on that shot. Austin with the rebound.
Austin trying to get it past Monroe. He's driving in. Fader can't get it to fall, but rebounded by Connor May. May pushing it up. Elter. Oh, the no-look pass. Trying to get to Monroe, but it was tipped out of bounds by Austin.
Good quick hands by Austin there. Able to keep it under wraps. It looks like this Rolling Meadows St. Lawrence game is returning from timeout. 20 seconds left. I believe it is St. Lawrence ball. And on to May.
Hey, back down Mercer. Oh, great dump off. Oh, blocked by Sisic. He's able to get a hand on it.
Second block so far. Doing great things defensively.
Stephen Brown back into the game for the first time since the middle of the second quarter. And had foul troubles early on. Sisic backing down, going up with it. Can't get it to go. Stephen Brown fighting for it, and there's a foul called.
And a tough bucket for St. Lawrence.
Monroe has it for Palatine. Stephen Brown picked up his third foul on that last play. Dribble drive, Monroe trying to work on it. Out to Dick for three. Dick's three won't fall. Fighting for another offensive rebound, but Mercer comes up with it. Austin to Mercer. Mercer, three-pointer. Got it! Mercer takes that lead right back up 2 now. Dribble drive once again in the and one. Tommy Elter. He looked shocked himself. I don't think he thought it was a foul. He definitely won't mind it though. Now has an opportunity to take the lead right back from Riverside Brookfield. Elter's free throw is good, so they will take the lead. Austin bringing it up for the Bulldogs. Mercer. Now to Austin. Austin gets it into the corner. Down low to Sisic. Sisic is trying to go up and dunk it, but he's blocked. Or sorry, fouled by Connor May.
That'll be the third one on May now.
Sisic going to the line once again.
And with that foul on May, they're going to have someone to guard Sisic, so they're going to sub back in Belagignani.
First one good for Sisic.
With that free throw, tie game now.
Our color guy, Ryan Bird, taking a little bit of a breather as he had to run to the other gym to help fix out the scoreboard.
Yeah, now fixed. It's his 3-point game, 6.1 left. Rolling Meadows will inbound as Sisic hits the second free throw to put Rolling Meadows up 1.
May gonna stay in the game with 3 fouls.
May with a nice
And that's why they need him out there, as he makes an unbelievable cut to the basket and another reverse on Sisic.
And if you want a score update, St. Lawrence stole the ball away from Rolling Meadows, and Rolling Meadows fouled with 1.3 remaining. St. Lawrence will be going to the line for 2. Chance to make it a 5-point game. It looks like this game could be over.
And here's a 3 ball. That one won't go in for Austin. Rebounded by Monroe.
Full attention now in this game as that one just ended.
May down low, May.
Post on Mercer.
Belganiani for 3 off the back rim. Sky high as Makai Austin to grab that rebound.
You can see how into it the Palatine benches has.
Oh, he loses it. Tommy Elter trying to pass it. Tipped by Mercer.
Mercer jumping off the Duke's logo to try to get that one.
It looked there for a second he was going to able to make a play, but I think he hit the back wall in midair before he could throw it back.
Does that count as out of bounds if you touch the back wall? You try to bounce off of it?
I believe so. Unfortunately, it would make for a lot of cool plays if it wasn't, but.
As officially the St. Lawrence Rolling Meadows game is over. St. Lawrence 52, Rolling Meadows 47.
And that's 2 straight days with St. Lawrence Vikings upset. Says there's another layup from Tommy Elter.
That's huge.
St. Lawrence upset Andrew yesterday and upsets Rolling Meadows today, so they will move on to the Elite 8 tomorrow.
Yeah, great team, very underrated. 7-5 should not be the real record. They're definitely better than that. Let's see what Riverside Brookfield can come back with. Down 3.
Loftus to Makai Austin, trying to drive in, snatch. Elter, no. Austin able to pick it back up. Now in a scramble. Sisic. Oh, gets a man to the ground. That's going to be a block. Are they going to count the basket? No signal.
I think they called it on the ground. That foul on Belganiani is huge, though. That now gives May and Belganiani 3.
And those are those 2 biggest guys for this team.
And they will give him the basket, it appears.
There is one more guy who might have a chance to do something on the 6'6", Logan or Ortega. 200 pounds, junior forward. Have not seen him play yet today. Sisic can't knock it down.
And Palatine remains up 1 point. And it will be Riverside Brookfield basketball.
It was a jump ball, and the possession arrow is in their favor.
And they'll pass out to Elter.
Tipped. He saves it. He's now got it in the corner, trying to drive. Back out to Monroe. Monroe, right hand floater off the glass.
Whoa. Very soft touch from Monroe. Mercer pushing the pace. Blocked by May.
Connor May now pushing it.
Elter down low to Belganiani. Blocked by Sisic.
No suit for you, Stefan Sisic with the block.
Block after block in this game. Defensive stalwart.
3-pointer from Elter. He can't get it to go, and rebounded by Sisic.
Austin bringing the ball up once again. Mercer open. Buries it. Tie game here at York.
Unbelievable back and forth action here in the Dick Campbell Gymnasium.
A great game. This might end up being better than that St. Lawrence Rolling Meadows game. Certainly shaping up to be.
Monroe looking for something.
Down to Belganiani.
Back to Monroe. Monroe driving in. Kicks back out to Elter in the corner.
Shot clock down to 6.
Has to get it up, but blocked again.
4 blocks for Sisic now in this game. Defense.
We might have to start pulling up that record. See if he's anywhere near the old record books of most blocks in a game by a single player.
Might need to. Shot clock down to 3.
Got to get up. Connor May.
In traffic.
Oh, can't get it off the backboard. Rebounded by Austin.
Belganiani put up some good fight for that rebound.
Austin driving in against the big man. Blocked by May again. May now up with 3 blocks.
Block after block in this game. Austin seems to be down. Arguing with the ref as well. Don't want to see him get attacked. He's an important piece. As he has,
he's bleeding on the eye.
Yeah, he does have some blood on his eyelid there. Looks like a cut from a fingernail.
That's just not something that happens when there's just no contact. That's definitely some sort of hand, elbow.
A floor does not do that.
Exactly. You're not hitting the floor and getting that kind of gash on your eye.
Yeah, that's easily a cut from, it looks like a fingernail, I would guess.
And that's just tough to see.
Yeah, he's going to go to the locker room, get that washed out, maybe get a Band-Aid on it, come back to this game later. Still a tied game.
Casey May. Oh,
way
short. Rebounded by Mercer.
Now they're going to have Joseph Garvey bring up the ball. Get another short guard in Froston. Nice big pass.
Sissich. Oh, it's a charge. Casey May putting his body on the line for his team, making an impact.
Belgignani getting a breather right now. Casey May takes up the challenge of Sissich, makes him draw a second foul. And this has been a thriller here. 1 minute, 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Tie game still. Fake pass.
Elter driving in, left hand, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Mercer.
You can obviously hear these Riverside Brookfield fans. They are really getting into it now. Not at all happy with that call. It appears it'll be a charge actually. They're going to issue a charge. It appeared they called blocking foul, but now it will be a charge, and that will be Casey May's third, or Tommy Elter's third foul.
Pushing in, trying to get down low to Sissich. That's one stolen.
Connor May has been a defense machine today to go along with the 16 points.
May to Monroe. Back to May.
May wants this challenge of Sissich in the paint. Going
Goes
for the
up.
reverse.
Ooh.
Can't get the spin.
A little too much spin rolling off the edge of the rim. Now a minute left to play in the third quarter.
Under 60 seconds.
Sissich, good pass. Down low, Loftus. Oh, once again, too far away for Sissich to handle.
Dick pushing the pace.
Dick back to Elter. Elter to Connor May. Back to the corner. Elter driving. Going up against Sissich and another block.
It's 5 now.
That was something Coach Ryan Gruber really exaggerated in our talk with him, is that he thinks that Stefansic has made a huge jump defensively, and we've really seen it today.
Absolutely. May not be in the rebounding department, but just being an absolute beast in the paint. No one's able to get by him today.
Mercer, his three-pointer, cashes in on it. They take a 3-point lead with just 12 seconds left to go.
May
the
really wants
Palatine
this.
Pirates got to make something happen.
May was begging for this ball. He wants this last shot. 6 seconds left in the quarter.
Connor May into the corner. Monroe, three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Sissich, but that's going to do it here in the third quarter. Riverside Brookfield takes a 3-point lead over the Palatine Pirates.
Yeah, we saw that huge shot from Mercer to end off the quarter. Just amazing distributing from the point guards. And got him an open shot, took the lead. 42-39 going into this fourth quarter. This has been an amazing game. Been really close. Shot after shot, we see him come back. And then not only shot after shot, block after block. As it looks like that'll be Stephen Brown is returning to the game. Looks like he was in the locker room, maybe going to the bathroom or something.
And with that, we're going to step away shortly. You're watching the 49th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic Sweet 16 matchup here on York Sports Network.
Returning from this game, we see guard Makai Austin back on the bench. Look like he's going to go check in. Maybe not. He's got a Band-Aid on now. Got that cut and healed up.
Connor May. Three-pointer, can't connect. Rebounded by Mercer.
Unluckily, they don't track blocks in the Jack Tosh Holiday Classic stat sheets. Or stat records, I would say.
Well, I guess we're going to say it. He broke the record. He's got 5.
Broken the record.
He's got 5. He's got the YSN record.
Yeah.
No one last year or the year prior or even the year prior of that. We put it in our own stat sheets. Ball's tipped. Monroe hustling. He gets on the floor. It's going to be a push on Brown.
Brown was not expecting anyone to have that kind of hustle. Monroe really showing his heart.
And that's it for Brown. Brown's 5th foul.
I didn't even notice Brown had that many fouls. That is huge.
Austin has to check back into the game now. He's playing with 3. It's good to see him back from the locker room as he has taken care of that head injury.
It's nice to see Citrus able to keep his fouls down. That's going to be a huge part, being able to have him in the paint every single play.
May driving in. He's going to get blocked from behind by Mercer. It will be last touched by the Bulldogs, though, so the Pirates will still get the ball underneath the basket.
I would love to know how many total blocks are in this game between both teams.
Oh, so many.
I would say at least over 12.
Casey May, wide open 3.
Ooh.
Can't get it. Austin with the rebound.
Rolling all around that rim.
Ball in the corner. Mercer stolen. Elter behind the back to Monroe. Monroe pushing up. The scoop layup. Can't get it. May skying up for the rebound. He gets it. Trying to go back up with it. And foul. That's going to be 2 shots here for Connor May.
That looks like it's going to go against Sissage, I do believe. No, they will go against Sam
Shelvin. That's going to be Shelvin's 3rd foul now. Could be getting into some problems, as we've only seen one other player come off the bench for the Bulldogs in this tournament, that being Joseph Garvey with minimal playing time.
Yeah, I'm wondering when they're going to bring back in Belagignani. I mean, he still has 3, correct? 3 fouls?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think he's going to be a big part when he comes back in. I like seeing that they're going to only keep one of them on. They're only going to keep May on right now out of the 2 that are going to be guarding the Beast, Steven Sissich, down in the paint. I think it's almost time for Belagignani to come back in. We'll see what the coach decides as they cut the lead down to 2.
May 1 for 2 at his trip to the line. Here's Shelvin. Shelvin tip Monroe pushing for the Taj.
And it's time.
Great veer step there from Monroe.
I haven't seen this type of hustle in a while.
Austin stuffed by May. Snatch blocked out of the air, and now Connor May has a chance to get the Pirates back into the lead.
Let's see if Connor May can break that block record. He has 4 now. Needs 1 more to tie the record.
Here's Dick. Palatine.
And there's going
to be a shove. That's the 4th
on Austin.
Foul. Is that going to be on Austin, or is that going to be on Sam Shelvin?
I believe the ref pointed at Austin. It will be on Austin.
That's a big one.
That'll be the 4th.
They're bringing back in Garvey. They cannot have Austin check the foul out of this game with Brown already having to sit on the bench.
Yeah, and they are going to have to focus on some other things underneath without Austin or Brown in the game. It's going to be tough.
Now you have 5'8" Joseph Garvey playing out there against Darren Dick, the 6-footer. So it's a 4-foot difference for the guard spot. Inside Connor May, layup, and he's got the lead back for the Pirates.
Just like that, we see a swing of 5 points very quick.
Here's Garvey.
Coming off the hustle from
Garvey
Monroe.
trying to get away. It's tipped. Backcourt violation not in play. Garvey up top to Mercer. Mercer trying to drive right. Kicks it back out. Shelvin. Garvey thought about driving in. Garvey going up with a floater. Can't get it in. Trying to poke it away from May unsuccessfully.
That was a great move by Garvey to split the 2 defenders.
Darren Dick for 3. No.
And the foot rebound.
Put up back by Tommy Elter.
Tommy Elter, great control. Gets it up to a 2-score game now.
Still 5:17 left to go in this 4th quarter. Garvey pushing it in. Sissich down low, trying to go up and gets fouled.
That'll be
Casey May's 4th foul. Or 2nd foul.
Yeah.
Foul trouble starting to become a problem now for Palatine as well. They now have 3 players in the 3 foul range, and one of your key contributors off the bench with 2.
But they have been able to keep the fouls down this quarter. Only their 1st foul. Riverside Brookfield, on the other hand, already has 3 within the first 2 minutes and 50 seconds, which is about to put him in foul trouble.
Sissich, nothing but net on the first one.
Clean. Big man like that shooting.
I was mentioning this yesterday with Colin Cushing when we were announcing their game. Very smooth jump shot, almost as in Larry Bird, Dirk, or Luka Doncic, just very fluent.
Yeah, very slow, but very fluent.
Gets the second one to go as well. Back to a one-score game, 44-46 with Palatine in the lead over Riverside Brookfield.
Still no Bellignani getting up for sub in. As if
Ball down to May. May knocks down another layup. Connor May up to 21 points.
Using the square on the glass. Some light touch. Matches his number in points.
Here's Garvey, the jump pass into the corner. Garvey swings it to Loftus. Now to Mercer. Mercer's three-pointer gets blocked.
May with his 5th block.
We have a record-tying block from Connor May. Pushing it in, lost. Oh, there's going to be a foul on the ground on Mercer.
That's a big foul. That puts Riverside Brookfield up to 4 fouls in this quarter. One away from that does now put Palatine in the bonus for their next foul.
Thankfully, though, for Riverside Brookfield, that's just Mercer's first foul of the night.
Yeah, it would have been a big hitter if that was Sam Shelvin, who is at 3 fouls. That would have put him deeper in foul trouble.
Casey May over on the wing.
Casey May's pulling Sisich out to the three-point line.
To Monroe. Monroe dribbling. Casey May, 3. That one's long. Batted out by Elter. Sisich is going to grab it. Now he's bringing it up. He's going to get back to his guarding Garvey. Shelvin.
Clock now under 4 minutes.
Garvey up top. Trying to get it over. Shelvin. Loftus, back cut. He goes up with it. Too hard on the shot, but fouled.
I believe that foul was on Monroe. They're going to put it on Casey May.
That'll so now May's third. 4 players for Palatine, 3 on the court. As we see Tony Bellignani now finally checking back into the game for this Palatine squad.
That's been huge, the way they've been able to play with him not on the court. They've been able to shut down Sisich more or less without those 2 free throw shots he had. So now with him in the game, it's going to be even harder for Riverside Brookfield to come back.
You do bring in Bellignani, which helps in the paint, interior offense, defense, rebounding, but you do suffer a little bit in your perimeter shooting, as Casey May is a good three-point shooter that Palatine has, but I think you need to do that to keep Stefan Sisich out of the paint, especially with Stephen Brown not being able to play the rest of this game. Well, Mercer offensive board, and he gets fouled. Great hustle play there from Cam Mercer, jumping up, skying over the big man, and Connor May to grab that rebound.
Even as you were saying earlier, Casey May, he's also a guy who can bring the ball up the court. You don't really see that with Tony Bellignani. He's a bit of a post player. As Bellignani does pick up his 4th foul with that. He is now 1 away from being on the bench for the rest of the game.
Mercer knocks down the first of 2.
Able to make this a 1-point game with his next one. He's up to 16 points, the leading scorer for the Riverside Brookfield Bulldogs.
Mercer's second attempt, also good.
Now
back rim and in.
1-point game here in the Dick Campbell gym. 3 minutes and 40 seconds now on the clock.
Elter over to Connor May. Back to Elter, he's driving in. Goes up, can't get it to go. Can't finish around the hoop. Dick to May. May's now driving, going in. Against Sisich, can't get it to go. Bellignani, touch, no! It's going to be last touch by Sam Shelvin.
Riverside Brookfield really doesn't like that call. They think it was their ball, but 11 seconds are on the shot clock. It's going to be tough to get a shot out with the way Riverside Brookfield has been playing their defense.
They do get into May. Sisich is going to have to be ready in the paint. They are. Dick now on the wing.
5 seconds.
Monroe. Elter's going to have to chuck up a floating 3. Can't get it to go. Sisich with the board. Austin now bringing it up. Gets it quickly up to Shelvin. Back to Austin. Now to Cam Mercer.
Now under 3 minutes.
Austin thought about the deep 3. Loftus to Shelvin.
Shot clock at 15.
Oh, that one's tipped high. Mercer stays in. Timeout by Riverside Brookfield. I think Mercer's foot might have been out of bounds on that last one.
Yeah, you could hear the Palatine fans wanting that call as well.
It was very, very close. We could not tell from the sideline. Not close enough to that baseline area to get a good look at it.
Yeah, unluckily we don't have anyone on our floor cam on that edge, but we're not going to be able to
timing.
tell. Yeah, we're not going to be able to tell. 10 seconds on the shot clock when Riverside Brookfield does return.
You've been watching the 49th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic Sweet 16 matchup here on Your Sports Network. .247 left to play in regulation. 1 point game in favor of the Pirates. Riverside Brookfield does have the ball. Loftus, tip pass, Connor May able to grab that one.
Yet another defensive worthy play by Connor May. Been all over the place. Multiple steals, record-breaking number of blocks. Nothing he can't do today.
Monroe trying to drive and is going to have to kick it back out to Dick. Connor May. Logan Yehi. Over to Dick on the wing. Dick, a long three. He's got it! Nothing but nylon for Darren Dick.
Darren Dick, we haven't seen him score much today. That's his 5th point.
Oh, and a tough fight for it. Oh, Connor May was out of bounds. So the ball will stay with Riverside Brookfield. Austin driving in right-handed floater off the back rim. Rebounded again by May.
4-point game under 2 minutes. Connor May just blows by Mercer.
May to Monroe. Now to Darren Dick, who just hit the big three-pointer seconds ago. 1:40 left to go in the 4th quarter. Connor May, another three-pointer. This time won't fall. Rebounded by Tommy Elter. They're trying to fight for it. Cam Mercer on another foul. That's going to send Tommy Elter to the free throw line for 2 shots.
That is very important. That will be the 5th one. That will officially put them over the bonus. And it will send Tommy Elter to the line to make this a 6-point game if possible.
Elter's first one, no good. That would have been a big one. No matter what here, is staying at a 2-possession game. But if you can knock this down, it makes it a 3-ball needed to make that the 2-possession worthy. Can't knock down the second one either.
Sissich gets that rebound. Austin now with the ball, bringing it up. 1 minute, 30 seconds left.
Austin splitting the middle, going in. Out to
Mercer,
Mercer. Mercer, corner 3. Mercer and 1! Mercer hits the and 1 3-pointer in the corner. Foul on Darren Dick, and now Cam Mercer has a chance to tie it here at the free throw line.
Cam Mercer knows what he's doing. He gets that ball, throws it up, and takes the contact. Nothing but the bottom of the net on that.
And you can just see great poise. That's what you learn from your dad, NBA player Ron Mercer. It runs in the family. He has such great athleticism by himself, but having that mental state of the game from his dad really helps him out.
How about that? Tying up the game in 1 play. We were just talking about how it's a 2-score game regardless. Now it's a 1 play, and it's tied up. Minute 20 left.
Ball over in Connor May's hands. Belgian Yahi to Monroe. Monroe, dribble drive, turning around Sissich. It's going to be a jump ball. Sissich got his hand on the ball.
And that
great
would be Riverside
job.
Brookfield ball.
Great job by Sissich not to foul there. That's a very dangerous play, especially from a 7-footer on such a smaller offensive player. That foul is typically called, but not this time.
He was able to get hands only on the ball.
Oh, and a steal by Tommy Elter.
And
he misses it. He misses
rebound.
it. And now Austin's going to call a timeout. 58.1 seconds left to go in this game.
This game has been nothing short of electric. Wow.
You could not ask for a better second-round matchup. And just great awareness, realization there from Kai Austin that he needs to get that timeout. There's been a lot of turnovers at that half-court line. Riverside Brookfield's defense has been playing very good around that spot, especially with their half-court press. They got to set up a play and get it over in the half-court.
Yeah, we saw right before that they had a turnover that almost led to a transition layup for Tommy Eltzer. But on the smoked layup, Austin gets that rebound, doesn't want the same thing to happen with a made layup, so he'll just call timeout, be able to just calm everyone down. Coach is going to be able to draw up a play, make a move.
Both teams now coming back out onto the court.
It's like they're going to be running with the same lineups.
You have to in the last minute of the game. You got to run your best 5 on best 5, and unfortunately for Riverside Brookfield, one of your best 5 is fouled out. Yeah, but I will say Sam Shelvin has definitely done a good job on the defensive end filling in for Stephen Brown.
Oh, absolutely. And there is still 2 players left in the game that have 4 fouls.
Loftus to Shelvin. Austin, one of those players with 4 fouls. Now down to 40 seconds, 15 on the shot clock.
Austin
driving in.
Great defense by Eltzer. Thinks about the 3.
Austin, three-pointer. That one looked to be tipped off of Mercer.
Mercer almost got that offensive rebound and was thinking about the reverse layup. Got to get the ball first before you think about the shot.
And once again, that perimeter defense playing a factor as another three-pointer was blocked. Kai Austin couldn't get that clean look off.
Yeah, and another timeout we see. Shot clock is officially off, so this could be the last shot we see of regulation.
Definitely.
Barring great defense.
If you're Palatine, if you're a Coach LaScala, you want to hold the ball for that last shot. You do not want Riverside Brookfield to get a chance to tie or win this game with an extra shot. You want to either end it right here or send it into overtime and have faith in your guys to win that extra battle in those last 4 minutes.
No doubt. I think they're going to give it to Casey May. Just to try to not Casey May. My mistake. Connor May. The mainstay, 21 points right now. They're just going to try to let him get his shot, I feel like. And if he misses, they have confidence in their guys to be able to pull it out in overtime. But I think they're most confident in Connor May hitting that shot and sending them to the Elite Eight of this Jack Tosh Holiday Classic.
Connor May, a tremendous game so far with 21 points up to this point.
Oh, we could also talk about his defense. Over 3 steals and 5 blocks.
Connor May and Stefan Sisic tied for the YSN blocks in a game record at 5 apiece.
And both those leading to this moment here.
What's even crazier is that we just started that 2 quarters ago and we already have a tie at above 5. You don't see 5 blocks a game too often, but having it happen twice by 2 separate players in the same game is crazy.
Yeah, this has just been, I don't want to say defensive stalwart because there's been so much great offense as well, but it's just been an all-around perfect game. I couldn't ask for anything better as we are under 20 seconds now.
Belgagné, he has it in the corner with 15 seconds left. They get it to their guy in May. May guarded by Mercer. 10 seconds. Belgagné trying to get the steal. Almost picked off 5 seconds. Over to Monroe and a timeout called by Coach LaScala.
3.6 on the clock.
Not an ideal situation here for Palatine. You tried getting your guy the ball. He loses it, has to give it up, have to burn that timeout. And now 3.6 only left on the clock. It's going to have to be almost a catch-and-shoot scenario here if you're Palatine.
And for any of you older fans who are familiar with the NBA, Ron Mercer was really known for his defense, and his son was really showing out right there guarding Connor May. Not let him get anything he liked. Let's see if they run the same thing, trying to get Connor May that shot. With 3.6, it looks like it's probably going to have to be a drawn-up play. We'll see what Coach LaScala has in store.
And with that, we're going to step away. You're watching the 49th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic Sweet 16 matchup here on York Sports Network.
Here it is. Tommy Elter will inbound the ball.
He's the designated inbounder here for this last play.
More than likely the last play.
Trying to get it in. Another timeout called. And I'll correct myself on this time. I apologize. It's head coach of Palatine, Eric Millstone, not Lascala. Lascala's of Lake Forest.
Mixing up that play sheet. We saw yesterday Lake Forest versus Palatine, where Palatine came away with that win. Coach Lascala not as good of a coach as Coach Eric Millstone. That's why Coach Eric Millstone is the one drawing up this play.
And with that, we're going to step away once again. You're watching the 49th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic Sweet 16 matchup here on York Sports Network.
And now out of timeouts is Palatine, so this will be the play.
Once again, Tommy Elter, the designated inbounder here for the Palatine Pirates. 3.6 seconds left to go in regulation.
We saw it looked like Dick was trying to get open. Now they get it to May.
They get it in.
Back to
Elter, down low for the alley-oop, and he knocks it down! He knocks it down! Connor May hits the game!
Connor May has the game.
Palatine is going to advance to the Elite Eight on an unbelievably well-drawn play from Coach Millstone. Riverside Brookfield forgot about Connor May down in the block.
It was quite the play. They got it into Connor May originally, passed it out. They thought it was a drawn-up play, a give and go for Tommy Elter, and Connor May just twirls around, goes right to the cup, wide open, and they find him for the alley-oop layup. Connor May does not disappoint. 23 points tonight, 5 blocks, 3 steals. Been all over the place, and the game winner at the end.
Just wow, there's not much else you can say about that game. It was back and forth the entire time. Both teams putting their heart out into this game, but Palatine comes away with the upset victory, 53-51. We're gonna go over to our sideline reporter, Connor Choi, in just 1 second.
He's gonna meet with, we hope, Connor May, who easily has been the star of this game. And hopefully Coach Millstone will be there as well. Hope you tune in for that as well.
And for us, I've been Tia Sokaitis, and alongside of me has been Ryan Bird. Don't go anywhere to watch our interview with Coach Millstone.
Okay, perfect. I'll talk to you first, and I'll talk to Connor. Yep. You got to make sure. Okay. I'm Connor. Nice to meet you.
Connor, nice to meet you.
All right, guys. I'm here with Connor May and Coach Millstone of Palatine. Connor, we'll start with you. You had
over 20 points. You had a great performance in this game, but it was a nail-biter for the entire time. Just kind of describe to the audience, how did you find your shot early, and how did you keep your team in it the entire time?
Well, before the game, we knew it was going to be a physical, long battle, so we just wanted to stay consistent with it, play our game, play the way we know how to play defense, and just get together and play as one on offense, and that's what we did today, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was a tough defense from Riverside Brookfield, but you seem to be one of the only few players that were able to avoid being blocked consistently, and you were able to get your shots up pretty quickly. Just how were you able to do that, get these shots up so quickly and still shoot at a high percentage?
Well, a lot of it's because my teammates finding me in the right spots, getting the ball to me when it needs to be there, and I couldn't have done it without them, and it was an awesome game.
Connor, thank you. Congratulations. Go enjoy this one. Good luck tomorrow. All right, Coach Millstone, what did you say to your team in that timeout, in the huddle, just with 3 seconds left to go? You had to score to win it. What were you telling them to keep them calm?
We just said worst case scenario is we go to overtime. We had the ball, we had the clock in our favor, and when you got a really good player, things work. So we just talked about executing whatever we're going to run, just execute.
Yeah, Coach, and what are you looking to improve on for tomorrow's matchup to keep a less stressful end to the game?
We'll look to improve upon everything, because the further you go in this tournament, the better the teams are every game you play. So we did some good things yesterday. We did some good things today. We're going to have to do more good things tomorrow.
Yeah, Coach, you guys played a great game. Thank you. Enjoy the team. Enjoy the victory with your team. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Great job. Thank you.
Coach Millstone and Connor May, I'm Connor Choi with York Sports Network, signing off. Lyons Township and Yorkville next, live from the Campbell Gym.